All right. I think we're up and running now. There we go.
Are we? Third
Yeah.
time's a charm.
Yeah, we're still trying to work out the bugs. The first episode here, but it's getting there.
Episode 1.5.
Yeah, hopefully these will be live soon. But this first one's recorded as we kind of figure everything out. But you didn't need to know that. But hey, we're open.
The more you know.
You know, more you know. Dun, dun, dun. We need that. Should add that little more the more you know.
The more you know. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh man, this quarantine stuff has been crazy this 2 weeks. So it'll give us time to kind of get this up and running, and so that was good. That's one good thing I got out of it.
This is either going to make a lot of relationships or break a lot of marriages.
The being stuck. You mean being stuck at home?
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. Hopefully, you guys have your own give each other your own little space, and that's what we tend.
System.
Yeah, that's what we tend to do is just give each other some space.
I mean, we're kind of used to being with each other all the time.
Yeah.
Our time apart is our 8 hours at work every day.
Pretty much, yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of what we're having to deal with. Hopefully, it's not too much longer, but it looks like we got at least a few more weeks of it.
It'll pass. It'll pass. People
Yeah,
just have to fall in line with it.
Yeah. So one good thing though is I did notice that Pornhub is free. So I mean,
Nice.
if I need some alone time away from you or get some.
If ever I wake up at 3 a.m. and you're not
If you
in
wake
the
up
bed,
and I'm out
And I
staring
see
at my
the-
phone.
I see the glare of the TV shining into the bedroom, I'll know you're on Pornhub.
Yeah, that was funny though. I thought that Pornhub offering all of their premium stuff for free right now is a free sign up. So that was one thing that's
Spiking subscriptions.
So start getting all this. That's a good way to build users, I guess.
You know.
Give away some free porn. Maybe we should try that. Give away some free porn or something.
It's
there.
like a little HBO freebie, monthly freebie.
Yeah.
Come check us out.
Yeah.
Sign up.
So, I mean, I think one thing I don't know if everybody else is, but man, I think we've watched probably everything there is to watch on Netflix.
I think we have.
I mean, we're
just
still
about there.
We're getting to where I think we're rewatching episodes of stuff that we've already watched, or we're
Yeah.
rewatching like seasons of stuff.
We're back on Entourage for like the
yeah.
fifth time.
Yeah, we jumped back. Actually, we jumped off of Netflix and got an HBO. Started watching Entourage now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
The big thing we got stuck on though, I think as everybody has, and everybody's talking about, is the Tiger King documentary. I mean, that thing is absolutely insane. I mean, it's really
fabulous.
crazy. It's 7 episodes. You haven't watched it, I would definitely check it out. But it's the guy is crazy. He's crazy. He's running. He's a gay guy that
A gun-toting gay guy
gay guy,
who's
yeah.
married to 2 other guys who aren't actually gay, it turns out.
Yeah. And then he ran for president. He ran for president, and then
He did.
and then he hired. He ran for president. He has a tiger place. I mean, all stuff that this guy do. Oh, he's got albums out too. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to check
so
out
he had
his
like
albums.
you got to check those out. All right.
What better things do you have to do in quarantine? Come on now. You're going to run out of things eventually.
Listen to the Joe Exotic music. It may be on iTunes. We'll check that out and see what's on there.
We should. We'll have to look it up and play some snippets.
But if you haven't checked it out, I mean, it's just this insane thing about how he got started, and then he kind of starts getting he gets a feud with I believe her name is Carol Baskin. I may be wrong, but she runs the Wildcat Sanctuary there in Tampa, or Big Cat Sanctuary.
Hey there, cats and kittens.
Yeah. But apparently she's backed by PETA, so she has kind of like her argument is that she's the humane way of having a tiger
And her
sanctuary.
super small cages, overgrown.
And her thing against Joe Exotic is that he's breeding, baby cubs. I guess the money makers when you have a tiger farm is picture taking with baby cubs. That's what everybody gets amped up about. So
Playtime,
yeah.
pictures.
So they're only small for a short amount of time, so they continue to breed them and sell them or put them down. I guess they put a lot of them down as well if they can't get rid of them or whatever. So she's against that, and that causes kind of a feud. And then he ends up, getting the.
But then you've got the third guy that comes in
Yeah, there's another guy. I think he's
who screws all of his little employees.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. There's the other tiger guy. He has another tiger farm and he has like 4 or 5 wives, and
Yeah, and
All
then he
these
hires
tiger-
nothing but chicks and controls what they wear in these skimpy little outfits.
all of these tiger people are. I mean, I guess I gotta say they're kind of crazy. I mean, you must have to be I guess you got to be crazy anyway. You're jumping in jumping in the cage
Yeah.
with something that can kill you every day. But I mean,
What did they say they all make on average like $100 a week? What is that? How
all
do you
the
live off
people
of that?
all the people that work with him don't make any money. Yeah, he just they don't make anything. He kind of cruises Craigslist and hires people from that just got out of prison, stuff like that. Can't get jobs.
That's
anywhere
Joe
else.
Exotic.
Yeah,
That's why everybody's got stumps and
But
stuff.
they're all kind of shady. Even him, he moves them all in, doesn't pay him anything, kind of locks them down.
Little
So
Roach Motel single wide.
It's crazy, man. But
It's
so
not
he goes
pretty.
from that to hiring a hitman to basically take out that chick that's suing him. She ends up suing him, gets a big case against him, so he's ended up paying her money for life or some shit. And then he just continues to get tired of that. And I guess he finally hires a hitman, or allegedly. That's what he's in jail for now, is he allegedly hired a hitman to go take
Let's
her
not
out.
forget
So-
though that her first husband just mysteriously went missing, and speculation says that she
Yeah.
fed him to the tigers
Yeah, so on
because
the,
he
on
just is gone.
on the flip side of that, on her side, yeah, she apparently had a husband who was a millionaire, and he has since disappeared. He disappeared all of a sudden, and she inherited all of his money and has a new guy. So now I think I just saw a new story. Actually, as we were getting ready to do this, I saw a new story that now that the sheriff in Tampa is actually going to go reopen the case and go searching for this guy who they think she murdered and fed to the tigers.
Did
that
she murder
had.
him and feed him to the tigers? Did she
Yeah.
put him in her septic
I mean, it's
tank?
not
Where
funny.
is
It's
he?
not funny, but it is funny. It's just because it's so crazy that all of this in one episode, and this is 7 episodes, so you can just imagine as you go along, it just becomes this insane thing. So you'll get sucked into it like we did. I mean, we definitely
You
liked
absolutely
it.
will. This is a very condensed version of the Hot Mess Express, and I advise you to jump on.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, so much stuff happens. Like like I said, he has multiple husbands. Then one of the husbands shoots himself, and
the other one gets some chick knocked up because he
then-
says he was never gay.
and then he just burns down. He burns down his own studio. It's just craziness. It just goes on and on and on. Well, now he's in jail, so
It's addicting though.
free Joe Exotic is what everybody says. So hopefully maybe from this he'll get. I think he did get shafted. I also think
You
I mean,
think?
if you look at I tend to not. If you look at her stuff that she's doing, I mean, what's she doing much different than he is? She's still taking pictures with cats and
She
doing all
is.
that
She
stuff.
is.
And I mean, and her pins and stuff look horrible compared. His almost look better. Anyway, you have to watch it. Make the decision for yourself. See, this is how fast you get pulled down the the Tiger King rabbit hole. You just get pulled down into it. It's just insane how crazy it is. So
It is. It's insane. Watch it. You will not be disappointed.
yeah, maybe we'll do like a watch party. I don't know if I'll have to check and see. I think we can play it in the background, maybe and talk about it as you go. Maybe you guys can jump on and watch it with us, and we'll all kind of have a little chat when we'll do it live here. So this coronavirus obviously is the big thing. We don't want to talk about that a whole lot because we're hoping you guys are coming here to get a good laugh and not have to see the onslaught. I mean, it's just every day you can't
It
turn on
is.
anything.
It
and,
is.
and I get it because there's you especially got no sports. All the sports are canceled. There's no concerts. There's no anything. So
There's nothing.
There's little news other than people who are dying from it and famous
Mm-hmm.
people and it's really sad. So
It is.
it's been
It
really
absolutely
crazy.
is.
Florida has been kind of lackluster. I mean, up until Saturday, they weren't even shutting down beaches and stuff. It was
No. And
yeah,
I think that a long time ago they should have gotten a handle on that and shut the beaches down in South Florida
yeah.
with all the spring breakers who just did what they wanted to do. They run rampant, and it wouldn't have been nearly as bad, I don't think, the outbreak down there, had they sent everybody home and shut the beaches and the bars down the way that they did up in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I mean, whether you agree with it or not, I think the best thing right now, and this is obviously just my opinion, but let's just shut it all down for a couple weeks and shut everything down and just reboot. It's probably going to save money in the long run. I mean, people are probably going to have be better off in the long run rather than having to continually drag this on and then letting our economy and everything else. People are out of work and there's a stimulus coming, but I mean, I don't know, man. $1,200.
It's
not
going to
coming
be difficult financially from a financial perspective, but in the long run, it's what is needed.
Yeah.
to really get a hold on this stuff and to contain it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's really it's been it's been crazy. I mean, definitely. I mean, I think the doomsday preppers. If you're a doomsday prepper, man, you're probably better off than a lot. I mean, you had a lot of your stuff ready.
This is your time to shine.
Yeah, all those people that doubted you. This is your I told you so. I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly.
But I looked at all that stuff. It's crazy, man. You start looking at like all the survival stuff. I mean, how do you even? I wouldn't even know the first thing. I started looking at that stuff and I was like, should I get some of this? Because it's starting to get crazy. Should we maybe?
Where do you even begin?
And then what do you do with it? Where do you put it? What do you buy? I mean, do you buy like buckets of freeze dried food and store them in the closet that's good for like 30 years? Because I mean,
if that's the case, we should have started learning to can foods like 5 years ago and saving.
And then do I need weapons? What is it?
Which, by the way, are sold out everywhere now.
Right.
Right.
And then what's hilarious is the guys that there's always that joke. The ones if like I think if Bill Burr or what somebody said that has a joke about that where he's talking about you're just saving supplies for the guy on the block that has the gun. If you don't have guns and the other guy, you're the strongest guys. Basically, you're just saving food for him or whatever, saving supplies for that guy.
Right.
So it's which is true. It could be. I mean, even if that's going to save you. So. But I'm curious how it's gonna pan out, and wondering if after this starts kind of getting better and turning around, I wonder if people are really going to start, I guess buying cabins or things like that, or preparing more for the thing. I bet it opened your eyes, at least opened your eyes to how crazy it can get. Because I mean, if you think about it, if somebody would have told you just a few weeks ago that anything like this was going to happen, I don't think you would have believed it. And it was funny that we just watched that Netflix show, The Pandemic, too, and that was and then right after that it happened. But if you watch like all these movies, outbreaks and all that, it's crazy. It's there's a lot happening.
I wonder if people have thought about staying where they're at or potentially moving or having like a backup cabin, like you mentioned, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And I say that because, of course, we've got the family land up in Alabama and it's not there.
Yeah.
There's no sign of anything anywhere near there.
Well, you need because there's I think there's literally nothing there. I mean, they're so far out in the middle of nowhere that.
But I mean, how many people are going to start thinking about that as an option in terms of staying where you're at in the middle of the city where it's just rampant like it is in so many areas, or like you said, the little doomsday cabin, and boom, go out to your cabin in the middle of nowhere and just hunker down.
Right.
Where you don't have to worry about it because no one's there.
Yeah. But then, how do you prepare for that, though? I mean, do you sell the house, start investing in a cabin? I mean, how are you going to survive in that?
Get a little trailer.
How are you going to tow it out into the middle of nowhere is the thing.
It's just buying a second home and having a second home away, and that's kind of your little emergency spot.
Yeah, I think very few people have the means to do that, though. But I mean, I think people are going to have a different view of it after this is all over. I mean, it's been pretty crazy so far, and I'm sure that stuff is going to go up. I mean, there's definitely going to be people talking about doing it and looking at it. So I think there's definitely going to be we're going to see some changes there. So one of the big things I noticed, you get tired, man, you really got to we bought so much food, and I think everybody's kind of in that same boat. They bought so much stuff, and then you're just so sick of it by the time you're like a week or two in, and because you're in that mode of it's almost like for us Floridians, it's almost like hurricane mode. You're buying so much stuff, and then you don't really end up using most of it. Almost half the time it goes to waste. So same thing here, that we just bought so much stuff, and then you get so tired of the stuff that you bought. So I bet a lot of people right now are probably rethinking what they bought for their survival.
I can't wait for the restaurants to open back up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. The restaurants are dying too. And I think and then I always wondered, should you trust that? I mean, I noticed a lot of them are open for takeout, and I guess just from the news stories and stuff I saw, I guess it's pretty safe. But I don't know. You're still rolling the dice anytime you take anything from outside. You don't know who's touched the packaging and all that. So, but yeah, that's definitely. I mean, you're probably jonesing for some Italian or something by now.
Right? Everybody's just wanting to get out of the house and go sit down at somewhere other than the couch or the dining room table.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some stuff that we would definitely probably change on our supply list. I mean, I know for sure that we would have got some different stuff, and you guys probably would have too. But and then the guns, I noticed the guns completely cleaned out. There was no guns left anywhere. Everybody just like went crazy. It's like and it's just man.
That's a little bit more non-understandable for me.
Yeah, I think instead of a cabin though, I think I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna build like the ultimate just get the hell out vehicle. Just like post-apocalyptic. Just machine. It would be great if it had like its own water and just all that.
Get you an old retired military Hummer.
Now I'm making a bus. I think you get a bus. You buy one of those old like school buses. You can they auction them off when they're like got like 2 million miles on them.
You want a full size or a little short bus?
No, I want like the full size bus. You get it for like $75 at the county auction or something, and then just like murder it all out. Armor it all up. You can build the whole inside out. Man, you could take like 20 people anywhere you wanted to go. I don't know if those are diesel.
Social distancing, no more than groups of 10.
Well, I'm talking about if the end of the world hits and we're all screwed. You got to jump into this thing and we're out of here.
The armored bus, the murdered out armored bus, rolling down the interstate.
I'm not so sure the condo association is gonna like that sitting out front, taking up
Where would we store something like that living in a condo?
Yeah, I have no idea. You got the urban assault. That's just my tank sitting in like 4 spots out in the parking lot.
Oh, don't mind that.
You look it up with like satellite dish. The funny part is I was looking at stuff online earlier and I saw there was like 1 million of them. I mean, it's like if you have the money, you can buy anything like that nowadays, and it's absolutely insane. So I don't even know, man. It's crazy. But so I mean, really until recently, like I said, we just kind of really started getting more locked down. I think people were still just not taking it seriously. So hope everybody's being safe out there, and we just did like kind of a quick episode here to kind of get rolling. So hope you guys like what you hear, and keep checking us out. Thanks a lot, man. We're gonna hope you guys be safe. Oh, peace.
Bye.